Support for Radio Friends comes from OsteoStrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning. Welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, June 30th. June 30th, that's what it is. JOAN STACK is here. I almost said
Hello.
June STACK.
Yeah.
JOAN STACK is here. Good to have you here from the State Historical Society.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm actually thinking ahead to the July 4th weekend, and I brought something here today, an image, but I'll describe it for our radio friends, that we have on permanent display in our gallery, and it's one of our great masterpieces. It's been borrowed by other museums around the country. It's painting called Embarkation, and it's by Thomas Hart Benton, and I'll let you hold that up for our TV people. And it represents World War II soldiers getting ready to get on a transport ship to travel overseas. And this painting is huge. It's approximately 4 feet high, 8 feet wide, so it's very impressive to see. And so I want to encourage people to come and see it. And one of the really powerful things about it is, though it represents World War II and it represents a historical event, it also has a universal quality. And it reminds us of the sacrifice everybody who serves makes when they give up their family, their friends, their homeland to go and serve. But they also don't know if they're coming back. So the ultimate sacrifice.
I'm looking at this, and of course I've got a 8x5 reproduction here.
Yeah.
But when you look close and you see the faces and the eyes, how he captured the feeling. Yeah,
you look at it and you know how this guy feels. He's looking back. He doesn't know if he'll ever see his homeland again. He's probably thinking about all the people he's leaving behind. And the thing that's really powerful about this, I find that people come in and they see this work, and if they have loved ones serving abroad or in the military, they say, I've seen that look. You know, when my loved one got on the plane to go to the Middle East or wherever they might go, they knew that they might not come back. And that's, that's a really difficult thing to go through. It's difficult for the soldiers. It's difficult for the families. And Benton really captures that. And it's a universal thing. It of course, on July 4th, we think of all the Americans who have experienced that, the families, the service people, the men and women. But, you figure in Ukraine and places like that, people are experiencing the same thing.
Exactly. We're all human beings. And whenever we're separated from the ones that we love, we're pulled apart for one reason or another. It's a universal feeling of loss, of regret, a frightening feeling at times of not knowing what the future is going to hold for you. And then wistfully thinking of happier days and better times to come.
And that's what's so great about this Thomas Hart Benton painting. It's not the typical Midwestern scene that we think of with Thomas Hart Benton, but we have a large collection of Thomas Hart Benton war paintings and that were done during World War II. And 8 of the 10 represent kind of these horrific scenes that remind us of the horror of war. But we do have 2 that deal with the experience of the service men. Obviously, there were some women as well, but I think all the images that we have are of men. And really allowing us to feel some of the feelings they are feeling. And Benton was really able to do that with some really powerful images. Whenever a figure looks out of a painting, you talk about the eyes following you around the room.
Right.
But whenever that happens, there's this psychological contact where it transcends time and space, and you are able to empathize and feel the emotions of that figure in the painting. Of course, it's a painting, but you begin to make those associations with real people that you've known and people that you these experiences that you've had or that friends have had, and so it's a really powerful and moving picture. And I want to encourage people to come and see these paintings. I will warn you that some of the World War II paintings are a little bit violent, but I think they still help us to understand the emotions of the period. And then the images of the servicemen are really powerful, and they are a real example of Benton at his best.
Have you ever been in the gallery by yourself at nighttime, walking through, looking at all of that artwork and feeling the spirit, souls of those people who are portrayed?
You know, I do feel that sometimes. Now, I'm not sure if I've been at night, but definitely, like when we first come in before the gallery opens, I sometimes give a walk through, and there is this sense of having some contact with these artists, that they create these images that live a long time after they are gone.
Oh, it's very powerful.
Yes,
it's very powerful. It's as if their spirit is still there, trying to reach out and grab you and communicate with you. You just have to open yourself up to it.
Yeah. And again, we want to encourage people, and if you're feeling patriotic, this is an ideal painting to kind of spur those feelings and that recognition of the sacrifice of our soldiers and what the cost of freedom, what we're celebrating on July 4th.
How long will this?
This is on permanent display. We have our kind of masterpieces, our really famous George Caleb Bingham's and Thomas Hart Benton's are on permanent display paintings, so people can come and see them. So unless there's a gallery somewhere else having a show, we've lent this out once since I've been here. Went to the New York Historical Society for a big World War II show. Mm-hmm. But it should be on display if you come by. We don't have any plans to lend it out. So yes, definitely come and see it. It's one of the masterpieces that you can see in Columbia by Thomas Hart Benton.
And what's impressive is the fact that you did lend it out to New York City.
Yeah, several of our paintings have traveled around the country.
And when you lend a painting out like this, there's a lot of precaution that goes with it.
Oh, yes. I mean, the borrower pays all the costs of shipping, and they actually had to do some restoration work on this to make sure it was fit for travel. Yeah. But,
all right.
But we are open, I'll just say, we are open Tuesday through Saturday, and on the weekdays we are open. The gallery opens at 10 and we close at 4:30, and on Saturday we open at 10 and close at 2:30.
Okay, there's a lot to see, a lot of history there. And we said, if you take a little bit of time and really look at the artwork, and I admire you, Joan, because you are so knowledgeable, and I say that sincerely.
Oh, thank you.
You are so knowledgeable. I was having a throat attack over here, and Joan just kept talking and didn't drop a beat, and I appreciate that, Joan.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right. If there's something you'd like to hear or see, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperpmissouri.edu, and their website is shsmo.org.